right? They hold life, they hold color. But when these petals dry, when these petals are dead, the flower falls. And when this flower falls, we start blaming. The whole world is different. In a sense, each part of it contains life. From the mighty mountains to the laughing breeze, from the tears of the rain to the tree that holds strength, or the act of being a human. Everything is life. And to live doesn't mean just to hold life, but rather to embrace each fragment. Because eventually, each one of that fragment is us. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Ridhakshi, and today I am going to tell you a story of survival and a story of change, a story of truth. In my opinion, the whole world is a story. It's a story of differences, a story of togetherness, a story of uniqueness, a story of tears and story of laughs. It's our story of life. But the truth here is that the story I am going to tell you today is not the story of one Ridhakshi or one child of conflict. This story is the story of each of the child whose hearts die just because they don't have a support system. It's the story of the millions of lives that choose life just because death was imposed on them. This is me. This is us. And this is our story. In the year 2018, Kashmir was popularized by the name of the largest prison in the world. And this statement stands as a huge pillar of truth. Why? Because this statement justifies not only the outside control on the Kashmiris, this justifies the control that's within them, the control of the conflict. And this justifies how each child there is facing repression. They have been victims of oppression all along. Kashmir is such a place where parents are more terrified when their boys don't come home, even if it's late, rather than the girls. It's such a place where each emotions keep changing. For example, if I see my class, the boys over time have become aggressive. They think that their aggression is a way that they can ease out the pain. The girls over time have become sensitive because they think those tears will help them release the pain they hold inside. But the truth here lies is that conflict is not only killing people, but it's holding them back. Conflict, in a sense, is not letting people express who they truly are, where they belong, and what they think of all the world. So, each thing that a man builds in peace is destroyed in a conflict. A conflict is the symbolic representation of what human grief is capable of. Is the symbolic representation of how universe can be turned into dust and dust to a universe. It's not a matter of time, but rather a matter of true identity. Let me take an example of a flower. So if we look at these petals, these are beautiful, right? They hold life, they hold color. But when these petals dry, when these petals are dead, the flower falls. And when this flower falls, we start blaming. And when this flower fell down on the ground, should we blame the flower for not holding on to its petals? Should we blame the plant for not holding the nutrients? Should we blame the surroundings for not being supportive enough, or should we blame everyone else rather than just the true essence of a flower? Because somewhere in our minds, this flower created that it's beauty. And for humans, anything is beautiful when it remains forever. So when this flower fell on the ground, the truth is it's still a beauty. It's beauty because beauty is not its color. Beauty is its presence, and its presence is still in that soil, in that air, in that nutrient-rich environment. And beauty never died. Beauty is its trueness, and beauty is the trueness of each of the child that is present in Kashmir or in conflict areas. If I look back towards my class, it was the most joyful class, but now what I see is the mixture of different emotions. Kashmir has been a victim of oppression, but now when I talk about the children of Kashmir, they don't realize who they truly are. They don't realize what affects them. They don't realize who they want to become. When conflict takes place, it doesn't only kill people, but it degrades their quality of life. It degrades who they are as humans. I may identify myself as a Kashmiri Pandit, but before that, I am a soul. I'm a human of truth. And for me, I know that to hold truth, you need courage. Each year, maybe many conflicts take place. Each year, maybe more than 10 deaths, more than 20 deaths take place due to conflict. But each year, no one talks about how many children have lost their voice. It's not about being a Kashmiri Pandit, being a Kashmiri Muslim, or anyone else in the world. It's just who you truly are, who a human being is. The story of this flower, why I told you the story of this flower, is not because I wanted to state what is beauty and what is not. But I told you this story because it helps me tell you the true story of Kashmir. Because in Kashmir, you don't know who to blame or who to go against with. And when you don't know who you're fighting, you don't know how to fight. And that causes you to lose in any way. Because you don't know who to go against with. Is it people, is it government, or is it organizations? You don't know anything and you die at the same moment. For the reason of the conflict and for the reason people are there and my people are there, I started a project just because Kashmir is a conflict. All there is conflict, but not everyone is conflict. The people there deserve a life. May it be a Kashmiri Pandit, a Muslim, any person there, they deserve life. A child deserves there to dream. A child there deserves to have a childhood. A child there deserves to know who they truly are. So for that reason, I started a project. It's named Pragash. And under that project, I teach children human values through art. It's a way for me to help them communicate with the world. It's not just a project, but it's a way for them to live. It's a way for them to know who they truly are and to express who they truly are. By this project, I'm not doing anything as a selfless service, but it's a way I provide a platform to the people, to the children there, to be able to express who they truly are. And children, in that sense, help me realize that how people are and how the situation in Kashmir is. This project is a new form of life for them. It's a way they get to know and understand the true nature of the whole set of emotions that are going on in Kashmir. So, conflict may be able to kill people, but it will never be able to kill the stories of people. It will never be able to kill the dreams of people. It will never be able to kill their strive for a change. So at last, I'll just say a saying from Maulana Rumi, because this saying helped me face oppression, and this statement helped me turn my pain into my power. If everything around you seems dark, look again. You may be the light. Thank you.